Good afternoon. This is Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends Blogspot. It is Wednesday, December 6, 2006, and the market's closed. So let's take a look at the spiders. As you can see, there was pretty light volume in there today, and the market really did a whole bunch of nothing. If we look at, for instance, a 1-minute time frame, kind of like yesterday, it just chopped back and forth. The difference today is that the sellers were able to control the session, and we see that because the market did close below the daily VWAP, the average price that the market traded at, meaning most people lost money who bought today in the S&P 500 at least. Very micro picture that we're looking at there on the 1-minute time frame, best less for scalpers. On the 10-minute time frame, though, let's take a look and see what we have here. Again, the market's extended. It seems like it's getting tired. I don't want to call for any tops because the only people that can do that are liars, and I certainly can't do it. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It looks like the best support is probably near 141. That's where we've got this resistance that we just broke past earlier in the week, and that's approximately where we're going to see that 10-day moving average catch up to the market as well. So if we take a look at the SMH right now, the semiconductor holders, the story continues to be that this market is hammering away at the resistance at the $35 level. It's unable to really make a push up through there yet, but we've got the rising 5-day moving average, which is encouraging. We saw that heavy volume over here, and heavy volume typically turns at emotional turning points, a lot of times with news. I don't think there was any real news on the semiconductors back there, but that's just something general. If the market can get above and hold above 35.20 for a half hour or so, I think we've got a good chance of this these semiconductors making it up towards that $36 level. So that could be shaping up here. It's too early to tell. Looking at the daily time frame, it's just a mess in here. So we've got to stick to these smaller time frames if we're interested in the semiconductors. Otherwise, the daily time frame says why even bother, basically. But if you like to look at the semiconductors, you got to stick to the shorter term time frames. And the picture is starting to look a little bit more encouraging here, at least on this 30-minute time frame, going back about 20 days or so. The Nasdaq 100, the QQQQ, we've got this on the daily. Well, let me retype that in there. Here we can see that the market's just kind of churning sideways in here. It hasn't made a higher high yet. Not really reason for concern unless we break down below $43 a share or so. The uptrend is clearly still intact. Even breaking that trend line isn't going to hurt the market, I don't think, because we've got that 43.20 level or so that should be the area of support if we get a pullback. But for now, we continue to keep finding support around the 44.10 to 44.20 area. That's where we broke past the other day. So on a closing basis, it's holding that 44.20, which were the highs back here on the last day of November. So mixed picture once again in here. The market was quiet today, and it just seems like the action's in the stocks if you're going to be trading. The mid-caps are also a little bit extended here. A pullback to support, which should be found near this prior resistance at 148.50. Wouldn't come as much as of a surprise to me over the next week or so, but I don't know why my screen keeps doing that, not holding on to it. The ticker, that is, on a different time. Want to change time frames. Anyways, 148.50 to 149 is the best level of support. Obviously, we've got a little bit of resistance up near 150.25 or so, but still non-committal on the market overall, except to say that we're in an uptrend, so it's innocent till proven guilty. But we've had a nice sharp rally over the last week and a half or so. So now a digestion of those gains wouldn't come as a surprise at all. Let's just take a look at the stocks and see what we have in here. We got involved in Wet Seal at $6.85 last week. I'm sorry, $6.80 last week, breaking past this resistance. So we got involved right there. We'd been raising our stop. We were pretty conservative not to have been stopped out of it this day, and our stop was at $6.95 last night. And I think that now you can raise your stop. Let's put it underneath this level. Let's raise our stop to $7.05 in shares of WTSLA. REDF, this is REDF, REDF.com, India. We got involved in this one at 1875 as it took out resistance here on this day. I told you I was involved in it and had some calls. Actually, I had some calls in Sify. Yesterday, I had suggested raising your stop up to $19.38, and that would have taken it below here. Obviously, the stock opened strong and continued to act strong. So let's raise our stop once again. This time, we'll raise it to $20.35. And nice profit in there, obviously, so far. Conexant, CNXT, we got involved in here above $2.20, so we were involved at $2.21. We had raised our stop once and raised it again. Now it's time to raise that stop one more time. Let's put our stop to $2.24 in CNXT. And Broadcom from last night, BRCM. What I was looking for here was a pullback and then to purchase the stock. I was looking for the stock to pull back to $33.55. It made it lower than that. But if we take a look at, let's take a look at the 2-minute time frame. You can see that what I was looking for was a pullback to 36.55, which we got right here, and then to buy it above $33.80, so right here. So you should have purchased the stock at $33.80 on strength. And right now, we had our stop at $33.48. I think right now you can raise your stop to $34.20 in Broadcom, $34.20. And let's see, what else did we have? We had CYD. This is that China Yuchai International, and I'd suggested buying this stock on the long side above 735. You should have been involved at 736. Let's raise our stop in there to break even right now. And we also had been looking at SIFY. I told you I was involved in this one with stock and with options, and that we ought to purchase this stock above some short-term resistance at 1025. The stock had a very nice rally from there. Let's raise our stop right now to $10.48 in SIFY. So we'll get some really nice winners in there today. AMD, we're looking for a rally first to 2150. We got that rally to 2150. Then we were going to look to sell short below 2125. That never occurred. No trade in AMD. CLWT, I told you this was a very speculative little play, but consider purchasing it above 365. So it did get above 365 right there. And at that point I said, put your stop at 341. I think you can raise it up to 343 in CLWT. I got out of the stock, just I didn't like the way it's acting, but I may reconsider and get back in tomorrow. But if you're in it, I would say your stop should be 343. And then finally, TGEN. I had suggested that we purchase this one on strength above $5.65. We didn't see that strength materialize, so no trade should have been taken in TGEN today.